Hello and welcome to the stream. You can guess from the title, and I just realised that's the wrong one. Hello. I've already got a little bit. A lot of it is in my head. Got the stats down. Right, where do we start?
You tell me.
I don't even know what we're doing.
Okay.
I've explained it to you.
I've forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, we're making the rules.
Development. Watch the video. I'm not. Ow. Okay. My God, let me turn that up to 200% real quick. Go back there. And no one talk for a moment. So it doesn't matter. My ear's gonna bleed anyway.
Right, so
Okay.
let's start with what the symbols I've got mean. I should probably change that so it looks more like an anvil.
I'm not watching that stream anymore, Frank.
Yeah, they've been streaming a dungeon making thing, and been
Bleeding because of the torch. That is very loud.
yeah, that explains it very well. So
My eyes are bleeding too from it. Okay, what are we doing?
right, I'm gonna start by sorting out what the symbols I've got mean. So
Let's have a look at these symbols.
craft, equipment based. The anvil means it's equipment based.
Bread. Ideas. There we go. Okay.
We're not doing it on the Discord server itself.
Where are we doing it?
Well, I should probably set it to that, shouldn't I?
Set it to what?
Oh, that's just like an inspiration thing, isn't it?
Yes. Whatever you're looking at, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's oh, that's an. I know what that is about. Right. So.
Still don't get what we're doing.
What Dungeons and Dragons is.
I don't.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Explain it, not just say what it's called.
Dungeons. And hear me out.
Don't say. Right, actually explain it.
Okay,
Yes.
Ah, no, I found it on Google.
Okay, well, how do you not know about Dungeons and Dragons, honestly?
Never played it.
Well, you don't need to have never. You don't need to have played it to know what it is.
I never played it up until about a couple months ago. Month time.
Yes, same. I didn't know what it was before then.
Yeah.
And then, like, wait, what?
Actually, you knew it way before because you were invited to because you tried to join a D&D group.
Oh yeah.
Last
I
year.
only went there because I only went there because you went there.
Yeah, and then the guy there was just completely like kind of a poo-head. So yeah, nah.
Well, in my opinion, it was really fun.
Still confusing.
Yeah, I didn't like to die though.
Wait, someone explain it.
Okay, so
Good job.
alright. Dungeons and Dragons, you make a character. You sort out the stats with dice. Dice is God. Okay. So if you've got a dungeon master who makes everything to do with the game, or he just completely wings it, which is what I did. So you can make your own like characters, your own like NPCs, non-playable characters, and you just make a story, and you go along with that story, and the players can do literally whatever they want. You can say, I want to do a backflip, you roll a d20, one, you crack open your neck and die, you probably do a get like I don't know, a 13, you do a backflip. So that's basically that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Explain like the general rule, like the basics of it.
You got stats. Those are your stats. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Right,
At least-
basically, this is one guy. He makes up a story, and then he plays
Yeah,
like a
explain that.
character, and you go through the story with them.
Yeah.
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 Amazing.
So yeah, that there's not really much more. The content is in the content, alright?
It's like talking and rolling dice. That's what.
Yeah.
Again, dice is God. If you get a bad roll, then you're doomed. If you get a good roll, then you might be slightly doomed.
Like, cause I like goblin, and I tried to tickle a guy, and I rolled like a 20, and it worked out really well.
What are you tickling so
Did you tickle him to death?
terrified of
I
you?
tickled him so much, he didn't realise I pickpocketed him.
Right, well, I've got the...
I had to make up a red medallion on the spot because of that, Frank.
A bit more prepared for my antics.
I was winging everything. I was not prepared at all.
There's 120,000 people playing Stardew Valley.
Amazing.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, also Frank, at the beginning I intended for you to all like fight your backup characters, but I thought that was a bit mean, so I just made the 2 trolls and 2 lions.
You could play Fallout 76 for 8 days on Steam at the moment.
Okay.
What the hell is
Wait.
that tunnel doing? Nothing, that's what.
We're just talking about random things while we're trying to come up with ideas. Well, I'm trying to make us come up with ideas, but... Right.
Looking on Steam DB, it tells me free stuff I can get.
Okay, how do I look at like how do I look at what times I have played on games?
On what?
Steam.
Hmm.
You can do it on a website.
I'm not doing that.
It's click on the game and then it should say how many hours of play
I know,
time.
but can I sort by playtime?
I don't know.
How?
You can actually look at that. I did it the other day. Can't remember though.
Health
Why is
equals...
Apparently I've had this Steam account for 15 years.
Jeez.
Same.
So, let's say the health is 4d6s, and then you times that number by 3 to get the actual health.
Okay, that's a lot of health.
Not really. It's good to have a larger number when it comes to get more accuracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The enemies just do more damage, don't they?
yeah, 3. X the stat. Health equals 3 times the stat number. That's what you
Okay.
get from a roll. So the lowest possible health as a generic character with a generic race that doesn't affect health at all. It will have the lowest possible it would have is 12,
Right.
and the highest possible would be 60.
Okay.
But you
Get
could
60. Or do you-
yeah.
Can we make the highest possible just like 100 just to make things easier? Like work that out with dice.
Well, we haven't worked out what the damage will be yet entirely, because it won't be.
100 just to make it easier.
But you've got to be able to change it. It's got to be able to be different between classes.
Yeah.
Or like, so it's got to be like a rollable stat. It's got to be like a rollable stat. So you roll your
Roll real
stats.
quick. I've got a little bag of dice that I had got like last year. Just give me a minute.
And to see your games, I've got your playtimes in order.
So you just click on your profile and then go to games played and then it tells you.
Right, so I've got another window capture up for dice. It's on the wrong amount of stuff. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. So roll. So that would be 8, and then I take that as a note, and then I add it to total health.
Yeah, Dan, you can see now.
Can
Why
see.
is it
What
saying
can I see?
offline on Steam?
Your games.
Ah. Yes. Hey. Nice. Okay.
Makes it say I'm offline on
Yeah.
Steam.
All right.
Berg.
Hmm?
Does it say I'm offline? No. On my profile it just says I'm offline.
Oh, it does that sometimes. For fun.
Okay.
So
Whole Wash Simulator for 54 hours.
I thought it'd be more.
What's your most played?
Is Elden Ring 270 hours?
Oh, my Valheim's nearly taken over.
Didn't see my Valheim.
No. Yours is like 460.
You've got 82 games.
9.
My God.
470.
wait, is it me that's got 82 games?
Have you not even 100%ed either of those games?
Perfect Games 1.
900.
Frank has the most games on Steam out of all of us.
Oh, Valheim's only taken over Elden Ring.
It would,
Oh.
I don't know how you played 90 hours of Brawlhalla.
Oh, it's just awful game.
Choose which one
Don't understand
goes to which
how. Oh, right.
stat.
Yeah, it is. 22 hours.
I've got.
Doodle God.
You.
So-
Back online.
How many perfect games do you have?
He has a 1.
I've got one.
I've got 2. Beat that.
Damn.
I've only got 42 games.
Oh, wait. James, how do we get our stats again?
You roll 4d6s 5 times.
Yeah.
And you record the total number from each of them, and then you assign which stat.
Okay, just give
I'm
me a minute.
Basing it off my minimal knowledge of D&D rules.
Okay. Well, usually you just roll like 3d6 and take away the lowest amount, and that's what you got.
Only 150 hours in Elden Ring.
Me, yeah.
Well, with what I'm doing, it's 4d6, and you don't take away the lowest number. That's what I'm doing.
45.
Not actually had this game very long.
Which?
Helldivers 2.
My fault.
It's a good game.
You know, the automaton planets have all been liberated.
Yeah, and now the automatons have come back in a different area. Yeah, I've been meaning to get back on it, but I've not really had the chance. I say when I've been streaming every day and not been streaming Helldivers 2. Right, anyway,
Hello.
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 What are the different stats again, James?
So, no, wait, you just roll it 4 times. So, health, accuracy, strength, and magic. Health, accuracy, strength, and magic.
I'm writing these down.
Are you creating a character while we haven't really got any rules yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Health, accuracy.
Oh, yeah.
Health, accuracy.
strength, and magic.
Health, accuracy,
Strength
strength,
and magic.
magic. Anything else? I thought there's 5 stats.
That's armor, but that isn't determined by a dice roll.
Okay, so roll it 4 times and that's it.
Yeah.
No taken away or like times in or anything like that.
No.
Okay. 4, 2,
Hear the dice.
1, 3. I forgot what?
4, 2, 1, 3.
Okay, I'm just gonna get a calculator.
5,
Can't be
6,
bothered to remember all
7, 8. So you got 10.
10. That's not great.
If you get really bad luck and all of it is below 11, I'll let you re-roll, I guess.
You can re-roll 1 dice.
Wait, what did I get again? 4, 2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
I got 10. Okay. Should probably write this in pencil, but yeah, I'll put 10 on magic, so I hope that's going to be my lowest score.
You're going for a...
Okay, 4, that's promising. 3, that's promising. Come on. 2, not so promising. I need a 4. 3. That can be my accuracy.
Accuracy is only related to ranged weapons, by the way.
That can be my health. 3. Okay. 3. Okay. 3. 3.
12.
Right. You know what? That's going to be my strength. I swear, if I roll 4 4s for accuracy, I'm going to be miffed. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 3. Okay. 9. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Okay, what kind of world is it then?
We're making the rules. It's like a one that you can make your own world. It's just a system.
Oh, so we're like making our own D&D.
Yes.
Group chats on Steam.
Oh, okay. Where are we writing this down then?
I'm writing it down on WordPad on the stream
What
because
do you have so far?
I have the 5 stats,
Yeah.
all the what all the symbols mean and all stat related rules.
I guess I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
to stream.
Goggle.
Where? There you are. Where can I find the link to the stream?
Just
I didn't put
First
one.
profile and then
Yeah, that works.
it should say watch.
Where?
On my profile and the
profile.
list in Discord.
Oh, there you are.
You know when you're making or doing your stream, did you put it under a subject?
I tried to make it a custom subject, but but it didn't work, so I just left it blank.
You could have just put it in just chatting.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of a cursed one based off what I've heard.
Yeah.
Health 2%. Oh, no.
22 minutes 50.
Okay. I mean, you can kind of just make up stuff, right? What about leveling? Like leveling up?
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, well, I want an XP system.
Yeah, we've got to have some form of XP system. Right, something we can do. Right, so based off D&D, there are 2 that I know of, and that is a different XP per creature or whatever. And there's like when you get to a certain point in the story that the DM has made, you will level up. Like
I just let
what?
everyone
Like
level up when it feels right.
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, so that's going to be really complex.
Frank, your
Yeah.
Discord thing ain't working.
So
Oh.
1 level per session,
I made a mistake.
or
Yeah. What
Uh,
about 1 level per major fight?
ooh, 1 level per major fight. That's good.
Oh, I gotta go. Right.
All right, see ya. What an alarm ring tune.
Where the freak's he gone?
I don't know. He just said he's got to go. Yeah.
I gotta go.
What do you think of 1 level per major fight, Frank?
I think you should get like a whole level per major fight, but if like every like maybe something that you kill or something that you discover, you get like 1 XP, and you need about like 10 or something to level up.
I just read your mind then. Like it'll be I had the 10 XP to level up thing in my mind.
Yeah, and then the major fights just give you 10 XP straight up,
Ah,
so it like adds on what you already had.
10 EXP per level.
And even as you get like
One.
get higher or something, you can like become like 50
And-
XP to get to the next level from there.
1 earned for minor fights and slash or
Unjustified killing
Dis-
doesn't give you XP.
alright. Discovering LOCS. Excludes murder.
What the hell was that?
Wait, what the hell is that?
Why does it drop me off there?
Microsoft Edge.
I should probably open that so I can set my stream to just chatting.
Set later.
Actually, I will.
Oh,
I'll have to log in though.
ow.
No, mute that.
This guy's lying. Where's the side panel on Microsoft Edge?
I don't know. Where is the side panel on Microsoft Edge?
Don't know, it ain't there. Oh, sidebar. I've got it turned off. It's not on it. Oh, there's games. Add.
See.
Oh,
So create a dashboard.
I don't want the app.
Got it.
Oh.
Edit stream info. Choose a category. Set it to just chatting. There we go. I've set it.
That's line. Speed.
Right. So
How's the armor system gonna work?
it'll be a number based off your gear, and then that would be, and then
Find gear.
yes, it's going to be finding, crafting, and buying. It's basically what the GM how the GM chooses you to be able to get the loot. So it won't be mentioned in the rules.
Correct.
No.
So
No.
I haven't. Oh, I have. I just gotta press into there. Do that.
What's armor gonna do then? Like, just take a number away from every attack you
Gonna
take?
defend you.
It's gonna be
If you've got 4 armor, yeah, and someone does 8 damage to you, you're only gonna take 4 damage, yeah.
That would be an idea, but I think I'm going to times it by 9 or something. No, that's a bit much. Right, right. I'll times the armor stat by 2.
I don't really want just like another HP bar. I kind of want it to do something different.
Well, it won't be taking damage. It will just take the damage. So, alright, let me re-explain this. So the armor itself won't be taking damage. It will negate the damage that you take, as armor should work. But how much it will remove from that piece of that hit will be a dice roll depending on how high your armor stat is. So I think,
Okay.
actually, you know what? Just making it so it's a static number that will remove the damage taken. I think
there
that
should be a
works.
And then instead of like doing a roll for defense, you do like a roll for attack. So like, kind of like on top of your attack roll, if you like hit someone like a body part that's like critical or whatever.
Mm. Or I could make it so that you roll a d20, and if the number, if you land something above the armor stat, it will hit you. But if you go under, hang on.
Or if you had like different armor sets, you have like a helmet, chest plate, trousers, and shoes or something.
Yeah.
Like you would roll a d4, yeah, and they hit what section of that, and that's the armor piece that will be in effect for that attack.
I think it
You could
should
have,
just.
you could have a really good chest plate, but like crap shoes, so your toes get bludgeoned, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Because then you could have like a little picture of your character with what armor you got on, like Raid Crappy Legends. Completely different.
Attacker rolls a d4 to determine.
What section? So they could be trying to hit your head, but you're not wearing a helmet. But
Yeah.
instead they hit you like your steel toe cap boots or something.
Determine which section they will hit. I think it's fine to have like 4 different pieces of armor, unlike how D&D does it, where it just does when it just turns it into an average number. I feel like doing it this way would be easier to understand, which is part of what the project is.
Also, for like enemies, you can have like an idea of what they're gonna be, but it should like be a little weight that like determines how strong they're actually gonna be.
That is up to the DM's choice. What
Yeah,
enemies
yeah.
will be.
Ooh, bit of my lamp just crumbled off.
But if you want just a bunch of bandits, I guess there should be a system to generate some random race, random stat bandits, just for the people to players to just murder. Well, I say murder, not actual
Yeah,
murder.
So like NPCs or whatever that you just find about that the dungeon master hasn't really accounted for. There could be a way like to just generate their stats quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have Thunderstorm one. Picture. Oh.
That's vile.
What is it?
I ate a bit of my salt lamp.
That's a bit weird.
It's salty.
Salt lamp.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Salt lamp.
Really salty.
Salt lamp.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know they
it's
existed.
salty, and I've got all my mods for Valheim.
Ooh.
That bit's
No.
quite nice.
Oh, I can play Raft again. Yippee.
So armor stat. I've got to add like a 4 to the air. Oops. 4. 4.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can. Four separate.
I've got my play down to 50.
4 separate stats.
I hate that noise.
Please
But
stop.
down,
It's
ow.
distressing me.
Eyes.
Areas.
Is there any way you can turn it off? Oh, just turn the audio down on it.
That works.
What the flip?
Oh.
It just sent me back to the same place.
You problem.
It is. Why has it done that?
Right, so I should say what each stat is. So what I've got, well, health is obvious, so I don't need to do that. Same with armor.
3 people in your stream.
Oh, have I? Hello.
One of them might be Dan.
Yeah, just left it AFK. Right, so accuracy. Accuracy is the, like, I'll just do an example.
Accuracy should work in like.
The way Warhammer does it is how is the most is the bit that is the way that sticks in my head.
How's that?
Well, it's ballistic skill for Warhammer 40k. I've forgotten the actual word for it in Age of Sigmar, but it is like a number between 1 and 6, and if you get that number or higher, you hit. But I think I'll do it with a D20 so we can have more diverse weapons. So
It'll be easy to do, wouldn't it?
oh yeah, more diverse accuracy between characters. So if D20 I think I should set it to roll a
That's why.
D20 if it is higher than this stat, you hit. With I've got an idea now. With an enchant activating if it hits on a 20. Like a critical hit kind of thing.
Yeah. Maybe, right, what that does, it goes for the weakest part in their armor. That's how accurate you are.
Accuracy is for ranged weapons, that's just for hitting, and then you also do the D4 roll for which one you end up hitting.
But for the critical hit, it can just be critical because it's hit the least defended part of the enemy.
Frank, your PC might be might be able to handle Valheim better.
How?
But major changes how location/dungeons are loaded to improve performance.
Cool. That sounds good.
In case you Oh wait. Clear point. Wait, in case you
Strength. Add
it might be adding
this
a new world.
stat if add this stat unless add this stat to your weapons damage unless it
Perfect.
is a crossbow / firearm.
What Legend of Grimrock does actually with firearms, they have a chance to like jam themselves. So if like the guns like just like generally better for like accuracy and damage, they can have like a chance just to like jammed and it just doesn't shoot.
Oh yeah, but that would have to be. That would have to be something we have to add to the weapons personal stats, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So that's just for all guns for that.
Yeah, because crossbow isn't really gonna get a jam unless it's one of those fancy designers of a crossbow that I can't remember the name of, but are definitely from China, I think. That's a guess. Don't cancel me if I'm wrong. It's just a guess. Crossbow / firearm. Right. And I've specified that it's crossbow or a firearm because if I just put ranged weapon, then you wouldn't get. Then the bow wouldn't make sense to use because I plan on making it a lower damage than the crossbow. As and
Like carrying weight, so you can only carry like a certain amount of things, maybe, or not.
I don't really want to add a stat like that.
Okay.
I don't think. I feel like it'll just be added complication because we're trying to keep it
Yeah.
simple. We don't really need that. It's just gonna be a bit more complicated.
True.
And needing more stats to weapons and equipment and other junk. Strength. I'll just stat to your weapons damage unless it is a crossbow / firearm.
What's the stats again?
There's 4 rollable stats and 1 non-rollable stat. The non-rollable stat is armor, and the 4 rollable stats are health, accuracy, strength, and magic.
So magic weapons are going to scale with magic then?
Yes. Well, it's going to work like strength.
Yeah.
And if you have like a really high magic, it will remove their added damage and just make it do faster attacks instead. Maybe. Because like it's not fun to just one-shot your enemies.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So for if you're like generating like a random enemy, yeah, or NPC, you could have like a. Actually, let me think about this. I'll get back to you.
You could probably just choose the numbers randomly.
Yeah. How hard would it be to like code something to do it?
I feel like I don't really want to do that. I can't be bothered.
True.
Although I could make something that feeds a prompt to an AI and it'll roll for you and select the stats. It'll probably generate an entire character alongside it because that's just how AI works. So we've actually made major progress. This is actually a playable game now, if we wanted to.
See, I'm good at rules.
Yeah, so I feel like we should start on... Oh, hang on, I haven't done magic.
Should it work similar to? Well, you could have two types of magic, couldn't you? Like ranged and close quarter.
Close quarter magic would just be enchantments, wouldn't it?
Or maybe, are we gonna do it like how far away is how accurate it's gonna be? So,
It doesn't mention that it's specifically for ranged weapons and accuracy. But I suppose you can apply that to magic.
yeah. Because you can apply the same accuracy thing to magic, can't you?
Yeah.
Unless maybe it's some sort of like massive spell that can't miss.
Yeah, if it's like a magic spell that can't miss, like a magic auto aim missile line, no. It will just automatically hit the target. But that's like really high up ones. And you need a high level magic stat, because I feel like when it comes to magic weapons, you can equip magic weapons based on your magic stat.
What we could do, we could have like just a list of different spells, and when you get a magic item, or like you could buy or find or make one, you roll a dice and it just selects like a spell at random from our list.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I love that.
But we would have to make a list for that. But any problem in that too much? Take a little time.
I can just tell ChatGPT to do it for me.
Nah, I'll make a list.
Okay, okay, sure. As a request, please make an enchantment option for
Actually,
a melee weapon to be mutation. That was really dulled down on my end, and it was probably even more dulled down on the stream.
it was not dulled down.
It was not dulled down for Frank, though.
Right, James, explain what we progressed to.
Yeah.
We've almost got a functioning game if we get a list of equipment.
Yeah.
And make some characters.
I'll
Okay.
describe how the armor's gonna work, yeah.
Yeah.
He's back.
So
How the armor works is you roll a d4, and that number chooses which part of a character you hit.
So like you can have a helmet, chest
Yeah.
plate, trousers, and I don't know.
Can we
socks or
decide
something.
which
So-
number represents which parts of a body?
Yeah, it'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4 up, just to make it easy,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh.
the
Why
different
can't it be
equip-
1, 2, 3, 4 down?
Yep. No. Right. So like you could pick up a helmet. It's got like maybe 4 defense on it. So that takes away 4 damage from like incoming attacks if they hit you on the head.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
be barefoot or something, and then hit you on the feet, and it just chops your feet off.
Okay, and then you get a debuff.
Yeah, he would probably be slightly slower.
Oh, and where
Because
you get
are
hit,
walking
yeah,
on stumps.
and where you get hit on your body, you can have like different debuffs according to that. Yeah. So like on the
Oh,
head,
yeah.
you could have like just like you could become dizzy, so you can't quite aim right.
Let's leave the debuffs to DM interpretation. But I've just got to add the magic advis stat to magic damage add this stat to your
Why have you become quiet, huh?
Think
You.
I'm down.
Let me just
Might
fix
have
you
to
real
turn
quick.
back up.
I can't turn him up. He's at 200%.
Right, I've turned.
I can turn him up to 400.
I could turn everyone down a little at my main volume. That's
There we
really
go.
difficult. I'm not doing that.
Okay, is that working better now?
Now you've got a bit of static when you talk.
Now I got a bit of static.
It is very slightly louder and static.
Wow. Love it.
But it's basically the same.
Yeah.
Deal
What?
magic weapon / spell damage, and then that's it for that stat. If damage is high enough, the DM may apply a debuff
To that certain body part.
depending on
I need a
which.
list of spells then. If you'd
Unless
like to help me,
spells. Do you have any spells at the moment?
Nope.
Alright, we're having invisibility because that was the first thing I thought of. It lasts for a certain amount of time, so it could be good for like stealthy parts, you know. And maybe
Alright,
not
so
just
that
like-
would be enchanted armor. That'll be enchanted armor then, or an enchanted
we're not
amulet.
having
Jewelry.
magic, but it's like enchantments.
So it's enchantments for equipment to add to your equipment, and it's spells to add to your magic weapons
Okay.
or something like that.
Deities. Do we have gods in this world?
That is up to the DM's choice. That is.
Okay, but can like people like part of their character have
Like if they worshipped this god of
Yeah.
gold, then
Have
they
blessing.
would, then they would have their blessing of
Like a-
having,
oh,
of being
maybe
able
it can
to.
be like a subclass of like a magic user being a blessing weirdo.
I don't, right? If,
Yeah.
when you make your character, you can choose what like god you believe in, and you can choose what blessing, and then if it's too good, we'll just ban you and change it. But, like if you don't have god, what would the blessing be? Just for like atheists, if your character's one.
Yeah.
Karen.
Or heathen, because
Heathen. Blasphemous.
because we should just probably put it as atheist because of the idea of it being the DM chooses whatever kind of universe this is.
Yeah.
I'm just adding the magic in so that if it wants to be used for that universe, it can.
Yeah. How about the players suggest what spells they want to create, and then the DM can run that by them and be like, yeah, that sounds like pretty dope. You could use that.
Yeah, that would probably be added to every game, even if we didn't add that into rules.
The list of spells then is for like if you find a magic item or something, it's gonna roll like a dice, and it's gonna choose something from the list, and that's what spell you get with it.
Yeah.
So like fire aspects and stuff like that.
Yeah, we could have like different things, can't we? Sections for spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So
write
you could
down.
like choose one for the section,
I'm gonna write down a few bullet points of
and there'll
like.
be like maybe 10 spells for each subject. So you just roll the d10.
Fire class of spells. like poison class of spells? Do you think?
Just get some more old elements down.
Yeah.
Poisson. I don't know spell
Get a
poison.
croissant spell.
Gotta have one. Gotta have a section of.
Into a croissant for a minute.
I'm gonna
Hole.
support.
It should be like a section of weird spells that is on the number that tends to be the lowest, least likely.
Yeah.
For example, the mutation one I was on about.
Polymorphin mutation spells.
Yeah,
Grafting. What about that?
grafting.
Grafting polymorphin mutation spells.
That is so.
Yeah, we've got to have some wacky mutations. Got to have all those bear arms.
Also, for the
Polymorphic.
race here,
Wait,
choose.
polymorph?
Can we have like
Like a thing you can do in a. Isn't that like a system in a like game creation? Polymorphic.
I don't know, when in Raid Shadow Legends it turns them into a sheep.
Well, polymorphism, I believe, is.
Polymorphism. I'm looking it up now.
And in
I-
League of Legends it changes someone
Of a
tiny.
trait or gene.
Uh,
There is more than one possible trait in terms of a jaguar skin colouring. They can be light morph or dark morph. Due to having more than one possible variation for this gene, it is termed polymorphism. I do not care.
You haven't searched it up.
We're having grafting and mutating.
Ultimate Plonker Center.
Yeah, you're the only one in here.
Oh, what about curses?
I can change everyone's
Absolutely.
permissions.
I'm writing down some curses. There we go.
oh,
Why-
curses. That sounds
why
like
have you
great idea.
denied ban kick.
Okay.
No.
I've got some different magic systems right now. Got fire, poison, support / healing, grafting / mutating, and curses. What else?
Frank, I still think you're the most powerful in this server.
Actually, Dan, instead of fire, just put like elemental spells.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you can have like ice, snow. Oh, that's just the same thing.
Right.
Ice, snow,
Water would actually be different though, wouldn't it?
hail.
Flood.
I cast water. Wet your trousers.
Iceberg.
Iceberg.
I cast wet yourself.
Social embarrassment.
I cast having to swallow because you're salivating.
Actually, can we have a section that's like just social situations you can really.
Oh yeah, we've got to have social stuff, haven't we?
Like
Yeah, social spells.
social spells. Okay, I'll just write down social spells.
Oh, social spells. Alright.
Yep. It's not mind control, it's social spells.
Yep. It,
Like one that changes the appearance of your face to make you more charming.
Absolutely not. We're going to have a face ripper.
Holy Todd.
I guess that's one way of doing it. Yep.
Right, well I'm gonna work on non-combat stats.
I'll work on some combat stuff. But I'll,
Can
I'll,
we-
You're working on spells and enchantments.
yeah,
I'll
I
do
want
some spells then.
Alright, so Dan's doing enchantments and Frank's doing spells.
Actually, we should probably mix it up, like, because there's a lot of spell. Actually, I can make enchantments work. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
But just making chances more defensive.
More defensive.
Yes.
What about on weapons and stuff?
Well, that doesn't have to be.
Yeah, on weapons it would be offensive. On
Well, you would have two
Make some
different
enchantments
sections,
that
wouldn't
actively dishelp you. Like,
Yeah.
that would be curses.
that makes you sweat a lot.
you? Right, maybe there's a small possibility when you enchant something, it actually gets cursed.
Ooh, you can't
Oh.
tell because it's cursed.
Right,
And-
everything you're listening to on Spotify now, I'm listening on it.
How?
What, all 1,000?
Click. I clicked join your thing. No,
I thought you had to have premium.
no, my Discord just allows it.
Is that because you got Mega Discord?
Yeah. Well, I didn't pay for it. I got it for free.
What should we listen to?
Okay, so there's
Anything.
polymorphism, and then there's just polymorph, which is a
Ruined.
very
Listen to this
singular
now.
smart
Take it off.
material that uses educational and practical uses.
You can do
Just
it to
don't think
anything,
about
just
it.
click join.
Just-
Listen in.
Dan, just don't think about it and use the meaning that was earlier, which was altering genes and stuff.
Okay.
Use that one.
Altering genes.
Not the trousers.
In case they're too long or something.
Just not the trousers.
It's now playing on my Spotify too.
Right.
Like, what kind of stat spells have and stuff?
It would be.
Can you put
That's what I'm working on now.
Can you put the final battle on after this?
Yeah.
Equipment.
I
Right.
think
So.
I'll work on the spells though.
This song
Mm.
should be in Elden Ring.
Yeah, even when it gets going. Add
So-
to queue.
Defense.
There is this our band did a song that actually sounds really similar to a Dark Souls song, but just better. So I agree with your statement.
Send you the list of stuff, Frank.
Right, so with enchanting, there's gonna be like a small percentage it gets cursed instead. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Like,
roll.
you've got like a D6 or something, and if you get a 1,
Depending
done
on
for.
the
Yeah.
level of enchantment you're
No, but-
wanting, the higher the chance of it being cursed.
Right, and when it gets cursed, the item gets locked onto your character until you level up and you can take it off.
I think that's a bit far.
Ah,
Ooh,
And I think it should be. And I think it should be like. Hold on, let me think a little bit. So I think that only the DM should know whether it's cursed or not.
yeah.
but don't you need to know what your enchantments do?
The right. So the player will be able to choose what enchantment they'll get, but if they roll, but the DM will roll a d6, and if it's a 1, then he will make it into a debuff instead. So the player thinks it's actually got a buff, but it's actually got a debuff.
But don't you need to know what your buff would be?
Yeah, the player chooses the buff.
Get the buff, but there's also a backside to it that then also this helps you.
Ah, that's a good idea.
I'm not gonna have curses there, Dan, because it'll get confusing if you're gonna like make dark magic or something.
Okay. How do I delete a message? There we
Edit
go.
it.
Yeah, I did it. There you go.
Should have it on. Should have that as armor
A piece of paper from the city of Mold,
P.
also known as my windowsill.
I kind of want to put poison and dark magic because there's not much to do with poison.
There we go.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But dark magic / poison.
Oh my god.
So armor piece,
Really? Okay.
helmet,
I guess I could just get rid of that then.
Yeah.
chest
I don't want any more than 5.
piece,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
legs.
On
Oh.
Steam, when you hover over a game, when you click recent, does it have like a lightning or like light behind it?
I do what?
Go right, go on Steam and then sort it by recent, then hover over them. It's got like a light on the background when you hover over them.
Library.
Yeah. Then click the recent, and then hover over the games. There should be like a big box on the right.
Nothing happens for me.
I've got a light round the back of them.
So I'm doing enchanting, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just go to Minecraft real quick? There's no reason to that.
Yeah, you can steal the enchantments from Minecraft if you want. I am the main one in charge of this project. I'm going to let you.
Thank you.
Fireman.
Right,
Hey,
weapon.
spells there, I might just search some up real quick.
Enchanting.
It's like I'm playing
What kind
Spider-Man, Miles
I don't
Morales.
really have any weapon depending on the period. So
Oh
I'll
shit, I
make
turned
different,
Bluetooth off, didn't I?
like, general kinds of weapons that enchantments could be placed on.
So, ranged and melee.
Open egg.
Yeah. Like short melee, long melee, short ranged, long ranged, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess you could go with that.
Because you got short swords and long swords, and then spears, and then you got crossbows, and then you got like actual bows and long bows, and then like you got hand cannons, and just like there's a load of stuff.
The three types I'm going for is melee,
Yeah.
bow,
Did I see this?
crossbow. What is it?
Watch
Yeah.
my stream.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Is it?
Not ready.
It's gonna
It's
be
loading.
in the top section there. You ready?
It's loading. No,
Loading.
still loading. Right. Can you load it quicker, please?
Restart the stream.
Yeah. Stop showing me. Ugh.
Audio.
It thinks I have a problem, which I do, but
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's.
red.
Oh, there we go.
Fireball large.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're dead.
Love it.
Let's get rid of that real quick.
Right. So.
It's fine.
How do you spell melee?
Probably L something else. Something like that.
MELEE, I believe.
That's the
Isn't
way
it like
round.
that? Okay.
All my progress back.
Melee. That. I'm putting an accent on that E. Looks right. And that one too. I'm gonna put a hat on that one.
The L.
Melee.
Okay.
I
Mm.
haven't done maths in so long.
Yes?
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going back to the mold city.
Damage.
I got all the buttons in this game.
Let me look at my specification sheet.
Okay, I got
2, 3, 4,
short
5.
range melee.
Magic
Bum, bum,
Long range.
bum.
weapon. Slash. Oh, that's the question mark. Slash. Spells.
Are they singing God save us, God help us? They were.
Actually, magic weapons wouldn't exist. It would just be spells, wouldn't it? Because you could just.
It would be magic in the fact that they could cast the spells.
Well, then I would just list spells then. Because.
Yeah.
Yeah. because you can just
You just-
use weapons and then add it to spawn in a spell rather than actually deal damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
The magic thing will come with the spell
I've just
rather than you knowing what they are.
Can I do enchantments for like magical items, like a wand and stuff like that?
I guess you can do like wand staffs.
What kind of like staffs are there going to be?
Maybe the different weapons just multiply whatever stats you are.
Yeah, or increase, whatever.
Yeah, so stats will just do better, won't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to hold 2 staffs. You could hold 2 wands and do two different spells.
Right.
Instead of just you learning them.
Hmm. Ah, so maybe you could like store another spell in your actual weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Because maybe you just like, if you choose to be a wizard or something, you start off knowing just one spell. And then
Yeah.
you can cast that, I don't know, with your hands maybe. But if you like cast it with a staff, it gets
Like
multiplied by however good the staff is.
Yeah.
Plus that can hold a thing. I hope someone's wrote that down.
No.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was making the.
Just a minute. I'm going back to Mold City.
So damage, health.
Died.
Gradual. Yes. Slash. No.
Okay, so I managed to use up all of my little notes for the Card City Night City game with just rap-related cards.
I'm clapping, but you can't hear it.
No,
Why not? Oops.
completely forgot about it.
I've still got mine in my bag actually.
Yeah.
So if you finish them,
No, I just told you. And now we're doing this, so no.
Right, well, I've sorted out the basis of each spell, each equipment
Yeah.
or
what
slash
classes
spell.
are we going to have?
Now that's some. Now we need to sort out classes and races, don't we? I feel like that's the last thing before we can test it. So let's create like 3 dummy races and tests.
I'd prefer to know a lot of the races and classes before I make too many weapons, so I know
Yeah.
what to make.
Alright. Well, I have a few ideas for unique races.
Yeah.
One's called the Chillid, which is a human-like race which lives
Yeah.
far north, and
Are they small?
Chillid.
Are they small?
I don't know. The only thing I've decided is that they have paler skin, like really pale and slightly blue skin.
Do they use echolocation?
No, they don't live in caves.
They're resistant to cold weather.
Yeah, they're more resistant to frozen, cold.
Are they very hairy?
Are they?
Far from hairy.
I guess they have blubber.
I'm just
I
trying
don't know.
to blubber. I'm
But-
trying to
but-
imagine some
right.
blubber sort of-
They're magically resistant to the cold. Like, let's just say that.
And they're slightly better at performing magic.
But
And they
only
have
if it's-
incredible memory.
I have never told anyone about the Chilids before. I literally thought of this about it right today as I was driving home from college. Well, I wasn't driving, but
What was I doing? Legs.
races.
Can I have one that's like a crystalline entity?
As a race.
Yeah. They take human form, and they're really good at just being in stasis.
Well, I'm going to create a race basis, and then I'm going to let us all create our own race. If you want to
Yeah.
play, that is. And then we create a character based off that race. So what I think is we should have. Well, I've already got stats that are based off races, and that's magic and health. Those are the two combat stats that are based off races.
By the way, with enchantments, do you want like enchanted jewelry? Do you think that could be a thing?
Yes.
Too complicated.
No, not really. Just say you can only wear one piece of jewelry at a time, and it just adds an enchantment.
Or one piece of jewelry on each body part, though.
No.
Or like on,
So that's-
on each like level.
Yeah, that's too much.
I
Each
can work
level
with
it can just get better.
Yeah,
Okay, look it out if you like.
Nah.
because it's not like you're going to wear 42 pieces of jewelry.
I know, it's just like four. Just like one for the head, one for the torso, one for the legs, and one for the feet.
Oh, I heard level afterwards.
No, because you're gonna be enchanting those armors anyway, so it kind of just defeats.
Yeah.
No, but they can
Pointless.
give like special things that you wouldn't get on normal enchantments. Like if you got one for your torso, it can.
Yeah, but the chest plate's gonna be enchanted anyway, so it's gonna do that.
Yeah, I feel like there should be.
But maybe like one for your head, you can get like extra charisma or something. Like
Yeah,
it's a
but-
special like snazzy looking.
Yeah, but that's what the helmet enchantment would do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need like a little bunny ear thing.
Okay.
What I think is that it should be like a ring for each hand and maybe a necklace.
Yeah.
And when your arm gets damaged, like if you have a chance of losing that. And same with the chest.
Okay.
So when your chest
I
get
don't worry. There's too much to think about. So what if you just have one piece of jewelry and you can choose which arm it goes on or something?
oh yeah, that's fine.
You just have like a ring, you can choose which arm and what finger it goes on.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
Okay,
race
I'll get
is
started on these then. I've got lots of work to do.
okay.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 sets of enchanting to do.
I thought you were counting how many enchantments you've done.
Oh no, I'm counting how many different like parts of enchantments. Like how many things I need to add enchantments to.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I've got 10.
Okay.
Lovely. Okay.
Right, so
Might have to go.
Yeah, I'll have to do soon.
Time
As
is
well.
it? God.
Oh.
Okay.
effect.
I'll just keep on working on this one. Now.
Do what soon?
I'm gonna have to go as well soon.
I'm not going.
Are you not?
No, I was just wondering where I needed to go next.
Health.
Alright.
Are you still streaming? What are you-
Yes, I'm still streaming.
Oh, I was looking at Frank's stream. Like he's still streaming.
Oh, right.
Do
Yeah.
I go back to
I know
the
you're
main?
still streaming.
So I've got a health effect extra, and I should have magic.
Oh, do I
How many possible
Effect.
enchantments do you want on a single piece of armor? Is it just one?
You should have one per piece of armor / jewelry.
It should be, yeah.
One per item.
Yeah.
got rid of my...
So Magic effect.
Where the frick do I need to go now?
Like you could do some just enchantments that just like pretty crap and just give you like 2 extra defense or something like that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll be hard to keep thinking about if everything does something spectacular.
Mm.
Right, so I've got health effect percentage extra
Okay. Wait, what about
and
extra
magic
health can
effect.
be like on a point-based system, and then defense can be on a percentage-based system?
It's
Mm.
basically it's kind of percentage based because say if you've got like 8 defense, yeah, something does like 16 to you, it's gonna half the amount of damage it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is that you take. Oh, actually, that's a bit stupid.
No, carry on. It might come to something incredible.
So you take what health you have, like the big number,
Yeah.
calculate the percentage, 1% of that, and then you times that percentage by the number of health effects added you get.
Very
So, like,
complicated.
yeah, I was about to
I'd
say.
rather not keep doing that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
how about
pretty
we
good at this.
replace that original idea I had that was like, you get different amounts of health per health stat based on what race you are, and just
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
you either get more or less health based on what race you are.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
It just affects your base stats.
What race you are?
Yeah, well you get to make your character, yeah? You can choose a race, what class it is.
Want that
Basically everything.
under racism?
We're not. We're
I don't want to say I hate humans. That would be racism.
And I know I'm reversing the
That's
negatives and positives. That's on purpose. Right, so what I think is that it should just be health effect, magic effect, appearance. I think that's all we need for now.
finally.
Right, I'll just copy the race thing into, and I'll paste it into main in the Discord.
Yippee! Oh shit.
Oh, poo! Ah. I thought I was doing the helmet, but it turned out I was doing the short sword. Oh, poo.
Don't worry.
I put sharp eyesight on a short sword.
Worried.
Sharp eyesight is brilliant idea though. I like that one.
Yeah.
Not for short sword, but for helmet.
Yeah. Oh, how did I even fix that up? It literally says short range. You can't have a short range helmet. Oh, it is. What am I doing? I have to rewrite. Oh wait, I can start on the back. Okay. Oh no, I'm just gonna. That never happened actually.
When you find like a piece of armor or something, what's going to determine how good it is?
I feel like that should be DM determined.
Yeah. Maybe they could like roll a dice. Like they could roll a dice that's like kind of equal to where they are in the game.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if you're
if
quite late on, you could just roll a d20.
Well, you can roll a d20 and then
Let's say roller.
decide what to give them.
So let's
If you
say
roll a 20, then they get a good item.
Wait a
10,
second.
it's just kinda okay, and with
Why
a
don't
1, absolutely
You keep rolling the same amount of dice, the same type of dice, but then you times it by what level your character is.
no. I think it should be. You roll a d20, determine how much defense it's got, and depending on where you are in the game, you will have advantage or disadvantage, which basically is how many. Like, if you have disadvantage, you roll twice and choose the lowest number. If you have advantage, you roll it twice and add the highest number.
Yeah. But then there's like kind of like a cut-off point if you just do it that way. So
Yeah. What is this ad?
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm doing a bit of a.
Did you do it again?
Oh, no, I did something unnecessary. I've got. Okay, I'm gonna do this when I'm actually awake. I'm very sleepy, right? I'm eating. I regret saying that.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Alright, see ya.
Right. See you later. I will be dreaming up some fantastic enchantments.
Awesome.
Do you want me
gonna make some
to?
tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to make some weapons as well?
Feel free.
We'll just make like a little generate, just like a list of different things.
Yeah.
But
Why
if
not?
you can tell me a lot of the races, and I can make like in-depth,
We're making
in-depth
our own
weapons
races
for
up.
Yeah, we're making our own races up.
And then we're gonna balance it depending on how people feel how good they are.
AKA us.
Yeah.
Wait, can there not be like preset races then?
No, I feel it's more fun just to make your own up.
But I wanted to make some like specific like weapons and stuff, different races.
Well, I've already.
Weapons for like.
Well, maybe for like the creatures you see around everywhere.
I already create. I've already got a race in my head that is
Yeah.
like mainly basic. Like, but has like less magic, I guess, and
Yeah.
a higher resistance to frost-related stuff. The Chillids, I
Yeah.
imagine them being very Nordic in style.
Ooh.
Why don't you just
So-
like,
I
design
can
a few?
do a lot with that.
Why
Yeah.
don't you design just a few sets of things, then you just choose the one that's most fitting for them.
Yeah. So I
Classes.
like I want to have a few normal races that you typically find in RPGs, like goblins, orcs, and so
Yeah,
on.
I
You
can
could
make,
base them off those.
Weapons and armors for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do those if you want. Like, I've already got an idea for a goblin armor, which is a unique armor that is like made out of scrap metal, and it adds poison damage when either you get hit or
Yeah.
when you deal unarmed damage to an enemy, which is basically when you aren't equipped with any weapon. When you
Okay.
punch someone with it, it will deal a little bit extra damage, and it may inflict poison damage on them.
Right.
Because it's old rusted metal. You don't want that in your system.
Nah. But apparently it's not rusted metal that gives you whatever it is. It's actually like just dirt and stuff.
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and he left.
Yeah, I'll have to go soon.
Alright, well, I think... We've got basically 1 hour and a half, so you've survived longer than you said. Oh, and hello, Tree, you're popping up in the chat. That's what he said.
I've been making some dungeons. Hot, tired time.
Yeah. Wait, some dungeons for this or for...
Nope.
Yeah, I thought so.
I can make a dungeon for it to be like.
Yeah, make like a short little story, will you? Just for testing, like... Oh, hello, dude. Oh, I'm going to send you on a quest. Go to this place and beat up these dudes. And especially beat up this big idiot who calls himself generic name.
Because you could just like have it just to visualize the
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be quite good.
yeah.
If anyone has a laptop as well, actually, it's like quite an old game, so it would run well on it.
Oh wait, this that you're doing. I
Yeah.
thought you just literally right.
What?
I thought you were off. I thought I was asking you to make a short story for testing the tabletop game because it's not digital. It's supposed to be a tabletop game.
Okay.
I'm
Like-
gonna make it.
We're not going to make it a digital game. It's going to be. Well, it's going. You could. It's easier to keep track of all the stats and stuff if you use like your phone or something to track them.
Yeah. In what way is it going to be tabletop?
Well, it's D&D is.
Fly around?
It does like I'm just using tabletop as a way to say it's not digital really.
Yeah, but I think you could have it like in person, so you could just like visualize the situation you're going to be in.
Mm.
So you could like look at whatever to see.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Mm. Mostly DM chosen, but in random encounters and when DM can't think so what was the system we were going to do for random loot again? Because I was going with D20 and that's what stat is, but that's not very good, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's like that, but then times for your level maybe.
Okay.
Because the enemies are going to be harder as you get leveled up, aren't they?
Yeah,
Not-
yeah.
So that would just times to that, yeah.
Okay, so roll a D20.
Who the frick's it?
What the hell? Times level.
And like the actual weapons themselves, that's what
Actually, it should be plus level, shouldn't it?
plus, do you think? Yeah, because otherwise that's just going to snowball really fast.
Yeah. Roll a D20 plus level.
Yeah, how fast are we going to level up though?
The way we've done it is that it will be 10 XP
yeah.
to level up. Oh yeah, you remember now.
Yeah,
You
we'll
came
just
up
see
with
if
it.
that's balanced or not.
Yeah.
And then if it isn't, we'll just like, yeah, make it work.
Roll a D20 with disadvantage, because it's going to be quite crazy, innit?
Yeah.
Roll a D20 twice and use lowest roll plus level number. For, well, I should put an equals, shouldn't I? Equals DMG. You're not going to be able to find races, are you? So I'm going to make it so. Roll a d6. We can hear your game through your mic.
Yeah.
Spell it.
Can't quite tell what they're saying.
Yeah, can't exactly tell what they're saying. We can just hear them. It's a little bit shoddy. Roll a d6. One, two, three. Armor. Four to six. Weapon.
Okay, right. Nice.
Roll a d20.
Right, I'm gonna go now.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
I guess we'll do testing. Oh. So. 15 plus and makes it enchanted. And so like that was 13. So I have to be choose enchant manually. And I'm gonna have to leave it there. I should have saved the file beforehand, but I guess I will have to now. So let's create a folder in desktop so I know where to find it. New folder. Project. Understand the table. Rules and basics for race slash. Hang on, did I add? Yeah, I added ability to race slash equipment. Okay, I'll just put or instead because that did not work. And save. So I hope you enjoyed or got your brain thinking if you were watching and listening to our stupidity trying to make this game. Luckily we got a decent amount of progress. Unfortunately there's no way to tell how many numbers were written. Or how many words there were written. Right. Hope you enjoyed and giggled a goodbye.